On today's Royally Us, Princess Kate stuns at her holiday concert, plus Louis's secret message to his grandparents. And the royals reveal their holiday card as expert Richard Fitzwilliams previews their Christmas plans.
There are reports, which have not been confirmed, that the royals play charades and that the late Queen was very fond of it.
And Prince Harry talks divorce rumors as the Princess of Wales is nominated for Time Person of the Year. We've got that plus so much more in today's Royally Us. Hey everyone, and welcome to Royally Us. I'm Christina, and that's Christine, and we are really gearing up for this holiday season with the royals, and so far, so good.
Absolutely. Everything's feeling very festive, very end of the year. We have so many stories that are sort of only come about, 'tis the season.
Yes, definitely. And let's kick it off with Princess Kate. She was a festive vision in red as she kicked off the holiday season at her Together at Christmas Carol service. She arrived at London's Westminster Abbey on Friday, December 6th. Dressed in a chic red peacoat that had been adorned with a black velvet bow, she completed her look with a pearl drop earring and wore her brown hair down in loose waves. She looked beautiful. The look immediately reminded a lot of people of Princess Diana, who wore a similar red Catherine Walker coat dress in 1984 while at the Birmingham airport with then husband King Charles. So, of course, there's always going to be some similarities, but this was definitely beautiful. She had organized the Her Together at Christmas church service for several years for individuals to take a chance to reflect on love, compassion, and vital connections during the most challenging life moments. Of course, her family was there to support her, and it seemed like a very, very nice evening all around.
Oh, it was so beautiful. This is when they record the Together at Christmas concert, and then it's broadcast on Christmas Eve, and it's really nice. Families get together and all watch together, and so it's become a real tradition. I think she's really proud of this. But that red coat, I mean, when you look at the Wales family all next to each other, Kate's in the red coat with the black velvet bow. Charlotte has a red coat and a bow in her hair. The boys have red ties. I mean, it was like Christmas card perfection. They all
Really, seriously.
incredible and incredibly festive, and all of it is really for a good cause to recognize people who have made a difference in the past year.
Yes, and Kate is getting recognized as a person that has made a difference in this past year as well, because she has been nominated as one of the contenders for Time Magazine's prestigious Person of the Year title. Since 1927, Time has selected the person, group, or concept to make the biggest impact, whether positive or negative, over the past 12 months. Despite last year's winner, Taylor Swift, enjoying a standout year, of course, with her Eras tour, meeting the royal family, she is actually absent from this list. Instead, Princess Kate is nominated for the honor alongside 9 global figures from the worlds of politics and business, like Elon Musk, podcaster Joe Rogan, Mark Zuckerberg, and incoming President Donald Trump. As of right now, when this post, we don't know who takes home the prize, as it's going to be announced on later this week. But I'm sure she's definitely, as we know, a top contender. And she really did make an impact this year. She was a topic of conversation, whether good or bad, with those conspiracy theories earlier in the year, and then her poignant video messages about her cancer battle. So I really feel like this may be her year, and what a nice way to cap it off.
Yeah, I think when you read about her nomination for this list, it's so interesting that they really highlight her like the conspiracy series that you said, and the way that she had to highlight what a public person's private life looks like with the public. And I think she sort of had to go through a really horrible ordeal to make everybody reflect on how they acted, and how they act online. And only the Princess of Wales could have that impact. I mean, how many people were buying into those rumors, heard what the truth was, and then we all started to really reflect on our relationship with public figures on the internet. And so I think that nomination is interesting, because it's not just for her charity work or her role as a princess or anything like that. It's really for this last year specifically, and how she handled it, and how she kind of turned that around to be, turned it into something good. So fingers crossed for her. I don't think we'll get a big spread and a photo shoot like we did with Taylor, but I mean, you never know.
You never know. Stranger things have happened, but like you said,
Yes.
she really did make an impact this year and got a lot of people talking. All right, well, moving on over to her husband, Prince William. He traveled to Paris just hours after Kate's Christmas Carol concert. to take part in the highly anticipated reopening of the Notre Dame Cathedral on Saturday, December 7th. The Prince of Wales represented his father, King Charles, as the monarch continues his cancer treatment. He was joined by world leaders and heads of state, including French President Jill Biden, President-elect Donald Trump, and the ceremony celebrating the restoration of the iconic cathedral. It seemed like this was a obviously well celebrated event. It's been 5 years since the fire that almost completely destroyed the cathedral. So it was nice for him to be there and represent. And we did see him meeting up with Dr. Jill Biden, President-elect Donald Trump. So in and out, but definitely made an impact.
Absolutely. I mean, this was a great show of Prince William's diplomacy. He has such great rapport with all of the other heads of state that were there. And it really allowed the UK's presidents to be apolitical, there for this really historic, important opening to support their ally, the French ally. And then he was able to sort of be whisked back. There was no need for the prime minister to sort of, there's a lot of discussions lately about how many UK politicians reacted to Donald Trump's election. And so Prince William, being very apolitical, separate from that, was able to be there, represent the UK, but keep all the politics out of it. And then he was able to get back home really quickly.
Yeah, in and out, quick trip.
Yeah.
All right, well, switching into holiday gear mode again, King Charles and Queen Camilla released their 2024 holiday card despite their difficult year. They shared their card on the royal family social media accounts on December 8th, writing, "Christmas is coming. Their Majesties are pleased to share this year's Christmas card taken by Millie Plinkton in the gardens of Buckingham Palace in April of 2024. The card reads, wishing you a very happy Christmas and New Year." So, we always enjoy seeing these holiday cards, and hopefully we get one from the Wales family as well.
Yeah, I think we'll see their card soon, but I love this photo from Millie Pilkington. We saw it earlier this year, but Millie Pilkington was just like a local Berkshire photographer that Carol Middleton hired for some party pieces catalogs. I mean, years and years ago. Think about like paper catalogs. Now she's literally photographing the king and queen for their Christmas card. I think that's a huge, huge honor for her.
It really is. That's such a great story too.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in a new interview with The Telegraph, Tom Parker Bowles revealed that his mother expressed her wish for him to spend the holidays with her, King Charles, and the rest of the royal family at Sandringham this year. He said to The Telegraph, "My mom said, I'd love you to come. I haven't had Christmas with you for a long time." While he said it's not completely confirmed yet, he and his family are planning to take part in the Sandringham Christmas gathering. For the past 15 years, he spent the holidays with his ex-wife and their children. He noted that the invitation to attend the royal family's Christmas has always been there, so no strife or drama there, but his mother was particularly keen that he accept this year. He added that it has been a hell of a 2 years for them. This comes as news came out that there's going to be 45 people at the Christmas lunch. So I guess they are inviting everybody to celebrate overcoming such a hard year.
Yeah, I think lots of us can relate to sort of splitting holidays with your in-laws as well. And sort of sometimes you take turns, especially after these huge life events happen. It's nice to be with the other side of the family for Christmas this year.
Definitely. All right. Well, let's break down the royal rules and get a look even further into what the holidays will look like for the royal family with royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams.
Are there any other, specific traditions that the king has carried on from his late mother, even, behind closed doors? Those sort of, Queen Elizabeth II liked to exchange gifts on Christmas Eve and those sorts of family traditions.
Oh, they will be carried on undoubtedly. Members of the family arriving on Christmas Eve, members of the royal family arriving on Christmas Eve in order of precedence, afternoon tea being served, the German tradition of opening the presents on Christmas Eve, laid on trestle tables in the Red Drawing Room in Sandringham, and the fact that they give each other jokey gifts. I'm sure that will be continued. Rather cruelly, the Princess of Wales, Diana, Princess of Wales, didn't know of this and brought expensive gifts. That sort of glitch can lead to awkwardness. I'm sure that they're all familiar with how things are handled. There's also a rather spectacular black tie dinner on Christmas Eve. So on Christmas Day, it is said that the male and female guests apparently may breakfast separately. Then there's the church service. We all see the members of the royal family going to St. Mary Magdalene's church on the estate, and then subsequently, obviously, Christmas lunch. We know that turkey is served with all the trimmings. I'm sure that continues with Christmas pudding. And then subsequently, of course, watching the King's speech. Now, whether he watches it alone, as the Queen was sometimes rumoured to do, or whether, in fact, he watches it with the royal family generally, I don't know. And then, of course, tea, a walk, it's said, and well, the evening there'll be a buffet, I'm sure, and also there are reports which have not been confirmed that the royals play charades and that the late Queen was very fond of it. But again, all these rumours, rather like unquestionably there'll be a Boxing Day shoot. Prince Philip used to organise this, apparently a kedgeree breakfast followed by the shoot. I suspect it still continues, but no one knows exactly now precisely what and how the King has altered things, but it's the traditional way that the Queen handled it would appear to have been carried on from everything that we know.
It's going to be a big Christmas, and if you want to learn more about the holiday traditions, make sure to pick up Us Weekly's latest issue, which explores Christmas for the royal family. All right, well, let's spill the royalty. And Prince Harry is addressing rumors that he and Meghan Markle are headed for divorce. He joked during the New York Times Deal Book Summit in New York City on December 4th. Apparently, we've bought or moved houses 10, 12 times. We've apparently divorced maybe 10, 12 times as well. So it's just like, what? The prince's response came after Andrew Ross Sorkin, who interviewed Harry on stage at the event, asked about the public fascination with his marriage, as well as speculation as to why he and Meghan have attended recent events separately. He said, "Why are you doing independent events? Why aren't you doing anything together?" And Harry replied, "Because you invited me, you should have known." Sorkin said, "True. Is that normal for you?" The second there's an article, she's in California, you're in New York, they say, well, what is happening with these two? And he said, "Is that a good thing for you?" He said, "No, obviously all these reports about his marriage and everything else he has going on is not something that's probably good for his marriage." But he's addressing the rumors, and it seems like things are okay.
Yeah, I think that kind of speculation probably starts to wear on you eventually, even if the rumors are completely untrue and unfounded. It's not really nice to see every week a new article about how you and your husband are getting a divorce.
Yeah.
So I think, they're definitely changing the way that they do things. Even this interaction with Harry, it's very casual. It's very sort of the old charming Harry that we once knew. He's sort of taking everything in stride and joking about things. So hopefully it's onwards and upwards for them, and then maybe there won't be as many marriage or divorce rumors.
That is very true. Very true. Well, Harry has some big projects. I know his Netflix Polo documentary just hit this week. I don't think he's in it very much. So if you're looking for Harry cameos, it's not really going to be there. I think he's in it for like 5 minutes. But it seems like, they're focusing their efforts on other things. All right, well, let's wrap it up with our Pint-size palace. And even members of the royal family were surprised by certain aspects of the Together at Christmas Carol service. Kate reportedly said to guests, Louis knew about the dancers and was talking about them over tea. He said, "What's the secret?" I said, "Louis, can you keep a secret? Because I want it to be a surprise for Charlotte, who loves her ballet classes." According to Kate, her 6-year-old promised not to say anything to his older sister ahead of the concert. And she said, and he's kept the secret. This is what, for maybe 2 weeks for a 6-year-old. Then this morning he said, "Mommy, please, can I tell her I'm bursting?" She added, "I did the school drop off and he really wanted to tell her, but I think hopefully he has kept it. I don't think he has said anything. I asked her just before we left, do you know what the surprise is?" And she said no. I love that so much. I love that he kept this secret, and which I'm sure it was such a beautiful surprise for Charlotte.
I know my almost 6-year-old absolutely would not be able to keep that
No way.
secret. Totally know it. But we've seen Princess Charlotte. She's had ballet birthday parties. She and Kate have gone to the ballet together. It's clearly something that she absolutely loves. So I love that they had this little surprise for her.
Definitely. And Louis also stole the show because he put a message, I believe, on the kindness tree that was at the service, and he wrote to his grandma and grandpa, thank you to grandma and grandpa for playing games with me. This was to Carol and Michael Middleton. So he, I mean, everywhere he goes, it's Louis' show. It's Louis' world, and we're just living in it.
He is just an absolute delight, isn't he? Like, he's just the sweetest thing. I love when he goes to events because we always get something fun out of him.
We really do. And what a great week in royal news, festive, light, and a lot of fun, which is what we like around here.
Absolutely. It's getting me really into that Christmas spirit.
Definitely. All right. Well, Christine, thank you so much as always. And to everyone, keep commenting, keep subscribing, and we'll see you next week.